No, I had this Sid Breton. So finished up, he couldn't pay me each week as amount he owed. He used to give me cheques, post-dated cheques. So he would bet for the amount, he would bet each day £20–30 a day. At the end of the week, usually he had to give me about £200 or £300. He'd give me a cheque for £60. That would go through. The rest was all on the O. And they finished up. I had a bill. He owed me £1,000 or more. One day, I got too clever. He gave me a bet one day. This is when Lester Piggott was still an apprentice jockey.
What sort of years was this? 1950 something?
In the early, about 1950 time, around about the 1950s, yeah. Lester Piggott was still an apprentice, but he was riding winners, and people were following him. And he came in one day, and Harry, who's Piggott riding today? I said, well, I don't know. He said, have a look. I looked down the paper, so it was 3 horses. So I'll have 3 50-shilling doubles and a 50-shilling treble. So his bets I never saw even look at. He reached a stage where he owed me so much money that I never bothered looking at his bets. Of course, wherever he won, I knew I'd taken off what he owed me. This day he come up, the first 2 had gone in, 100 to 8 each. First two got in 100, the 12.5 to 1 each. And at that time I had Sam, my brother Sam was working for me then. He'd left his old job to come and work for me, yeah, he was working for me. And the third, he had 2 winners. I didn't even know who they were. I didn't. He used to put his bets on the side. I never used to even look at them. And he said, "Hey, do you know? I think Sid Breton's got these 2. I bought 100. Oh, blimey!" Yeah. So he's looking over. He's got about £800 going on the next one. So, what are you going to do? So I said, well, he said, he owes me enough money. I said, let it go, see how the last one goes. If it's over a certain odds when it starts, well, I'll cover it a bit, otherwise I'll let it go. He said, well, I'm sure you want to let it go up to what price before you cover it? I said, well, let it go to 3 to 1. If it goes over 3 to 1, I'll have to cover it a bit. So it finished up 5 to 2. So I let it go. Finished up, the bet come to £2,500.
He won as well.
£2,500 the bet came to, but he owed me quite a bit out of it. So though it was going to cost me a good £1,000 anyway. Yeah. So then once the horses are won, this Sid Breton comes on. Harry, he said, I've got a winning day. I said, yeah, you've got a good day today. He said, I'll see you later. And I didn't see me later. Next thing I know, about half an hour later, taxi pulls up outside where I had my shop upstairs where the barber shop was. I made it into an office. He come in, he says, it's about 6 o'clock this was, 6 o'clock in the evening. Harry, how much money you got on you? I said, why? He says, well, if you can pay me out. I said, well, take off what you owe. I said, well, I can't pay you out. I said, I don't get the money. He didn't know that I was keeping his bets. He thought I was getting them all away, working on commission. So I said, I don't settle up to the end of the week anyway. So he said, well, you got any money on you? So I think I had £415 in my pocket. So I said, yeah, I've got some money. I've got £415, which was more than I had to give him anyway. So he said, I'll tell you what, he said, you want to come to Clapton with me tonight? This is Thursday, he said, come to Clapton with me. So I said, yeah, I've got nothing else to do. So I gave him the £415 and we went to Clapton Dogs. The first race comes along and Sid goes down to have a bet. I'm sitting in the bar having a drink. The race is over and he comes up to me and said, Harry, have you got 5 shillings? I said, 5 shillings? I said, what do you want 5 shillings for? He said, taxi fare. I said, well, I gave you barely enough money for taxi fare. I've lost it all in the first race. He lost the whole lot in the first race of the Dogs. I had to give him 5 shillings to get home for taxi. Those days you could get home for 5 shillings. He lived at, not Stoke Newington, Stamford Hill way. He lived out there. So I had to give him the 5 shillings to get home. By the end of the week, he owed me money again. This all happened on a Thursday. By Saturday night, he owed me money again.